that people might have to that, will vary greatly from one person to another, in the same way that, people will like different pieces of artwork or different pieces of music. So there isn't really any sort of right or wrong response to this. It's really just whatever you think.
Right.
Please do feel free to say whatever it is you feel. Right.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Could you start off, Nigel, just by telling me a little bit about yourself broadly? So tell me a little bit about your work, family, hobbies, whatever you think is important for me to know about you before we get going.
Okay. Well, I'm part of a family business, excuse me, which I don't work in from 9 to 5, but have done so in the past. I have my own separate investments because I sold my shares in the family business about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my own property business as well in a small way. I'm now, following my mother's death last October, I'm now a shareholder again in the family business, quite involved in it. As far as family is concerned, I live with a partner. I've got grown-up children who long since left home. And two live in London, one lives in Austria.
Okay.
Yes, as far as work is concerned, well, I do one or two of these every so often, which are quite nice, or similar things. Also I do work for, sometimes like this, sometimes directly for car manufacturers.
Okay.
In terms of marketing, usually, because I do have an all-consuming interest in cars and things like that. So, and quite some knowledge over the 60-something years I've been around. So there we are.
Well, fantastic.
So that's about it, really. And as far as other things are concerned, I like eating out. I like travel when we can, and now travel is at last opened up a bit. So I'm hoping, we do have a place in Cape Town, so I'm hoping to get down there. It's rented out at the moment, so I'll probably stay somewhere else, but I'm hoping to get down there sometime later this year. Now travel is easier. Yeah, so that's about it.
Coming to the back end of their summer now, though, so you need to.
It is.
You need to catch the best of it if you're going to.
It is. Usually February is the hottest month, but it can still be good till about May. The winters are quite short, really. June, July, August are the winter months in the Cape, but they are, relative to our winters, they are very, very mild.
Yeah.
You can often get you get maybe a day's rain, then 2 fine days, then it's 19, 20 during the day. Cold in the evening. It can be 5 or 6, not quite a frost, but close.
Yeah.
In the evening. So it doesn't really matter if I go later in the year, except that I'll miss the summer here if we get one.
My experience of South Africa has been completely limited to Johannesburg, I'm afraid. So I probably haven't seen the best of it.
As we say down there, sorry for you, because Joburg is not the nicest place, really, in my view.
No, that was my experience as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got a few things. So before I get started showing you the adverts, what I would like to start with is I've got a few. Hang on, I'm just going to share a document with you which will guide us through most of the interview. Let me just get that up on your screen.
All right.
There you go. I'll do that, and then I will. There you go.
Oh yeah, screen sharing.
Your screen should be filled now with a screen that says research materials on it.
Yes, that's right. It is.
Wonderful. Okay, so the first thing I have to show you here are some statements, the sorts of things that people might say, particularly when considering the choice of a wealth manager or a bank. Okay, so with that in your mind, the choice of a wealth manager or a bank, what I'm going to ask you to do is pick out of these statements up to 3 that kind of best represent the way that you feel when choosing a wealth manager or a bank. So I'm going to pop.
Okay. Yeah.
You take as long as you need to, and let me know when you're done picking. As I say, up to 3. It doesn't have to be 3, just whichever best sort of reflect you.
Right. So do I click on these or tell you which ones?
You just read them through and then tell me the ones that you pick out.
Well, I don't think it'll be G, which is I want to be taken seriously as a woman with wealth, because
I would doubt that. But I guess maybe for you, we should think about that as wanting a financial institution that would reflect that for women, possibly.
Well, perhaps, but I think we'll park that one for the moment. Okay, let me just have a look through and I'll tell you.